Muy buenas, bien, muy buenas al video de Genshin Impact, obviamente, de la versión 4.3, Rosas and Skulls. Ya empezó. Todo calculado. Vamos a ver, y empezó.
Okay, everyone. I assume that you know why we're here, right?
I've checked the perimeter. The coast is all clear.
All right, then it's time. Time to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique. Huh. Don't you think something sounds a little off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we need something that sounds, I don't know, a little more extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to
Yeah.
talk about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.3
Agua.
special program. Yay! As you can see, our show is sponsored by Chioria Boutique, one of the leading fashion houses in Fontaine.
Imagínate.
But before we go any further, let's take a moment to watch the version 4.3 trailer.
Camera operator, that can be a pretty technical job. Are you really up to it?
Oh, sensualidad se sexo.
Wait, you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't in the shots. Positions, everyone!
Nice to meet you. I am
Esplendida,
Navia, the
esplendida.
President, Leader, Commander-in-Chief, Executive Director, and Boss of Spina di Rosula.
Help the Radiant Rose.
Hey there!
Un paraguas.
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire!
Y ahora viene en un barco. Wow.
All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Oh, Marina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Props and lighting set the scene. Actors can get their makeup done. Extras go over your positions. Camera ready, get the clapperboard. Actors to your position. Action!
Enough, villain! Pay for the death of our
Ah,
mother!
va a llegar a Yaka.
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
Y esa
Your crimes
espalda.
are evident.
Chep Rose. Chep Rose.
Drop your weapons.
Como eso en
Justice will prevail.
Not
Usó ataque de
bad.
bomba.
The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take.
Y
We'll
qué raro,
move on
lo
to
que,
the
lo
next
que no
scene.
entendí porque qué raro que ella aparezca ahora a pesar que hubo la invasión a menos que esté en
Did you
lugar.
really think you'd get away?
Chevras.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Ah, ya pensaba que era Doña Tetas.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good
Wow.
kind of waves.
Ey, mira la que está ahí atrás. Esa que está aquí, ¿ves? No me digas que ese es Clorinde. Código. Ah, pero ese es para todo. Ok, vamos a ver. RS 99D5 LVT M6 personaje Genshin Impact y pone Reading Code y ahí te aparece la página. Si no te llega, puedes entrar directamente. Ey, pero pues bueno, de una vez.
Welcome back to the version 4.3 special program, everyone. I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of Lumine, and today
Sí,
I'm
no-
joined
no veo.
by...
Hey everybody, I'm Brenna Larson, the voice of Navia, president of the Spina di Rosula.
And I'm Erica Lindbeck, the voice of Chevras.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first time we've had you two on the special program.
So excited.
It's so great. Okay, so actually, we have a tradition on the program where we all get to sing everyone a little song.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay, nice try. I've seen the special programs before.
You don't want to sing a song? You sing a
I
little
love
song
singing,
about
listen.
Genshin? You know, Genshin Impact. No, okay.
Ooh.
Back to business. Back to business. Okay, like we mentioned before, this program is sponsored by the Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration for shooting commercials for the boutique.
We don't want to let our client down.
Yeah, and speaking of new content, we can't have a new version without introducing some new characters. As you already saw in the trailer, Navia and Chevros will be our new playable characters.
Yay! I'm sure many of our viewers are already familiar with Navia after seeing her throughout Fontaine's Archon quest. But who is Chevros?
Who indeed? Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned Chevros before in their voice lines, but Chevros will finally be making an official appearance in version 4.3.
I'm so excited!
So exciting!
Oh, by the way, what do you think of letting one of our characters from the new version take the lead role in our commercial?
Oh, well, I mean, if we're shooting a video for Chioria Boutique, then I think Navia would be an obvious choice. After all, Navia's clothing was designed by Chiori herself.
Wait, Erica, that was actually a really natural sounding product placement for Chioria Boutique. You're amazing at this.
I know it sounds like product placement, but Chiori really was the designer who created Navia's outfit. Next, let's have a look at her fashion show.
Por lo que estoy entendiendo, estamos hablando sobre
We
el
mean
outfit.
her character
de Navia.
showcase.
Lo entiendo a
I
Lego.
always say that blind optimism isn't the answer. If you want a bright future,
Mira,
you have to go out and
es
see
la
it
cantante.
with your own two
¿Cómo era?
hands.
Mira, no, el nombre de acá, ¿cómo se llamaba? Taylor Swift.
This one's got your name on it. A proper send-off from the Spina with
Puede
love.
repetir. Ay, puede seguir igual, pero va directamente. Porque
I'm sorry, can we take a moment to appreciate how perfectly Chiori customized Navia's clothes and accessories to reflect her personality? She clearly pays a lot of attention to the small details.
Erica, I love how seriously you're taking the sponsorship. It's really great.
Important.
While we're on this topic, though, Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting. On the outside, it looks like a delicate
Correcting the
accessory used to
president's
block
spin
out the
of the
sun,
Zulia.
but on the inside,
The lovely,
there's actually a
duty
secret
and
firearm that can be used to
bus.
ward off enemies at a moment's notice. It's elegant and fierce all at once. Just like Navia
Actualmente
herself.
la presidente de Spin of the
Even when it
Resulia.
comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to
Cuando
eschew basic
obtiene
etiquette,
un
so
elemental
she
char
prefers to
creado
maintain
por
appropriate
una
distance
ventilación de
while in
acción.
combat.
Un escudo,
While
pues.
using her
Nadie
elemental
podía
skill,
ganar un
Navia opens
cristal
her gunbrella
Sharper,
and
una
fires
carga
multiple
pasada en
Rosula
el número
shard
de
shots that can
cristales
pass through
Sharper
opponents,
cargado
dealing
con
geo
que se pueda
damage
consumir.
upon a
Nadie
successful
puede
strike.
abrir
For a period of time
her
after
elegant
using her
lethal
elemental
umbrella.
skill, Navia's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will deal
Firing
increased
dice que
damage and become
una
infused with
Rosulia
the power
puede
of
penetrar al
Geo,
oponente y
which
obtener
cannot
más
be
Rosulia
overridden.
Now,
Charge
when Navia's in combat, there are these little
al
markings
contacto
around her that
o al
look like
golpear los
bullets. I wonder
oponentes
if that's some sort of
obtienen
ammo
heal
for the
damage.
gunbrella?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you guessed it. When a
Bueno,
character in the
mi inglés
party
es un poco-
obtains an elemental
bueno, un inglés
shard
que me
created
aprendí
from
de
the
la película,
crystallized
obviamente.
reaction,
Hay
Navia
ciertas
will
cosas que
gain
no-
crystal
no-
shrapnel
palabras
charges.
que no
Navia will
comprendo,
consume
porque
these
no-
charges
nunca
after
vi.
unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill damage increases with the number of charges that she's accumulated.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that
Es elemental.
Navia's elemental skill becomes more powerful if
Dice
she
al
works
final que es
together with
anime
other
que-
characters in the
Creo
party
que es
to
anime.
trigger the crystallized reaction.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great.
Navia's elemental burst calls forth the
Cuando
Rosula
obtiene un
Dorata
elemental
salute,
char
which
creado por una
unleashes
utilización de
a
reacción,
massive
Navia
bombardment on
obtiene
opponents
un
in front of
cristal
her,
char. Ah, eso es lo mismo, ¿no?
periodically dealing
Así era.
geo elemental damage. I should also mention that Navia will accumulate crystal shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata salute.
Ooh, now that salute is spectacular. That's
Está guay,
awesome.
¿eh?
I heard
Son
that the
mini
Spina
meteoritos
de
de-
Rosula
de-
likes
de-
to perform firearm salutes
de
before
Songli.
important negotiations. You know, as a way to celebrate
Hay que tomar
future
foto de
success. And don't misunderstand, you guys. It's not an intimidation tactic
Y
at
estaría
all.
pretty, o sea, sacar ese
Okay.
cuando estás
Yeah, I
cuando
guess
estás
that's
en
just
y
the
te aparezca
Spina's
medio
way
lado.
of showing respect
Cuando
in
aparezca el día
their
del
own way.
Yeah, totally.
Not intimidating at all.
En un
As the
infinito.
president of the Spina di Rosula, Navia is always trying to collect the latest
Sí,
intel
yo
by
con las armas,
exploring
porque
all
yo nunca me
corners
puedo
of
tirar por
Fontaine. When Navia is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition in Fontaine,
Ey,
rewards
¿de qué
gained will
ella
be
es
increased.
mandoble, ah?
Okay, so we just
No
mentioned
podría
that Navia is the
ir a
president of the Spina di Rosula. So I think we should bring up Spina's
Puedes tirar
contributions
por-
to
por-
averting
por- por
Fontaine's
las
prophesized
armas.
crisis.
Hay una-
I mean,
una
it was
para
all
precisión.
thanks to Navia's leadership.
Exactly.
Tiré como unas
Some
30,
people even lost their
40, no sé.
lives during that disaster. I'm certain that those events weighed heavily on Navia, but she remained tough
Rosa
and committed to
Multiflora.
leading the Spina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of Fontaine's crisis, though the prophesized dangers are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet Navia's gonna be occupied with that for a long time.
Oh, definitely. That's something that travelers will be able to see for themselves. Navia's story quests, the Rosa Multiflora chapter, will become available in version 4.3. The Spina will be working diligently to rebuild Poisson. Though repairing the houses will be straightforward, the emotional distress may be much more difficult to address. If you're curious about how Navia and her crew are going to proceed, then be sure to check it out.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
looking forward to seeing what happens. Okay, so now that we've introduced Navia, it's time for Chevres to be in the
Oh,
spotlight.
Chivalrous.
Okay, I know since she's a newcomer, you probably
¿Cómo se dice
can't
en-
wait
en-
to learn more about her.
Yeah,
So let's get
francés.
right into it.
Okay, how should I introduce her? First off, Chevres is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. It's a Fontainian organization that handles all sorts of
Persona de
difficult
Fuego, la
cases and
capitán del
dangerous
especial de la
criminals.
seguridad de seguridad
She
especial
doesn't
y
like to
su
appear
verbal
in public
pattern.
without good
Okay.
cause, so if you
Quien
happen
wears
to run into her, it's likely that you're in
injusticia
some
y
sort of
presenta
trouble.
Yukon
But as
todo
long
su
as you're a
corazón.
law-abiding citizen, there's no need to
no
worry.
sé qué madre,
Chevres is actually
solo
really easy to
siempre
get
al
along
punto
with
del-
outside of work. Oh, Feastos
deber.
are just the best snack. They're easy to carry.
Ah,
with you
no,
and go
esa,
with
la
so
quiero.
many
Ya,
sauces.
voy por esa. Te apriete la animación, creo que es una animación de
Final warning.
Sí, sí, te apriete. Cae una espada. No, se usa.
Hands where I can see 'em.
Oh, mira esa, creo que es la ulti.
What? That was so fire. And I am not just talking about her skills.
Oh my gosh, look at her idol animation. I love that she loves snacks. That is so awesome.
She's a girl's girl, and she gets it.
She gets it. She really does. She's not exactly what you'd expect from the captain of the special patrol, though, right?
I guess that's kind of true. I mean, Chevres' work as a captain can be really stressful. I mean, I can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress. She even adjusts her training regimen to make up for her snacking
Capitana
habits.
especial, bueno,
In fact, she trains more
¿Qué
than
significa
any other member of the
musket
special patrol.
shawl?
Her platoon really admires her for
Here
that.
musket
Wow.
shawl.
Okay, she's got some
Segundo.
willpower. That is awesome. She's really admirable.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat ability above all else, so the organization often attracts some eccentric personalities.
Okay.
Her musket.
The Special Patrol
No,
used
her
to have problems
musket.
with insubordination, but ever since Chevres took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me at all. She commands respect among her peers, and she's a formidable
Su
fighter, and
mosquete.
she leads
Era
by
un
example.
poco obvio, pero
Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards. She always tries to be an example for others to
Después de la
follow,
foto,
whether
por
it's
favor, sí,
investigating cases
Argenti.
or
Ojalá
in
que me la den,
marksmanship
las den
practice.
hoy.
And it looks like a lot of her skills involve using a musket. She must be a pretty good shot.
For sure. Chevres and her musket are basically partners in
Inseparable.
crime. They're inseparable. She definitely knows her way around a firearm. Chevres uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill. For a period of time after unleashing her elemental skill, Chevres will continuously restore HP to the active character on the field. During her elemental burst, Chevres fires an explosive grenade with her musket, which will split into secondary explosive shells upon impact. Haha.
Ah, no, pues era elemental.
Whoa. Wait, I noticed
Ese
that
es el
Chevres
elemental,
has
wow.
bullet-like markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
Super
That's
guay.
right.
Y te
Chevres
apuntas así
obtains
esa
an
forma,
overcharged
¡pum!
ball when a nearby party member triggers the overloaded reaction. Holding Chevrus's
Y
elemental
tenía un
skill will
personaje que
consume
podía
this
cambiar de
special
elemento.
ammo to unleash an even
Así
more
como se
powerful
pone,
pyro
imagínate,
attack that
hace
covers a
daño,
larger
no sé,
AoE.
físico,
This attack
o
will
no sé,
also grant an attack buff to
fuego
all
y
pyro
hielo,
and electro
diferente, dependiendo, o
characters
sea,
in the
depende
party.
de la carga.
Okay, so
¿Entendés?
that's where the name Overcharged Ball comes from.
Uh-huh. Chevrus actually came
O sea,
up with the name
personaje y-
herself. She was reading a novel where the
Cambia-
protagonist
cambia
believed that
hielo a
names
fuego,
held
no
a
sé.
lot of power. If you give something a cool sounding name, then you've given yourself an advantage over your enemies. That kind of logic
Creo
resonated
que
with
ese
her,
era
I guess.
elemental, o sea, la definitiva.
Well, I guess she has a point.
Oh, I should also mention what happens if Chevrus is paired with all Pyro and Electro characters. If your party contains at least one character of either type, then triggering the overloaded
Va más
reaction will
HP,
cause an
sí.
opponent's
Ah, no,
Pyro
pero de
and
fuego,
Electro
pero
resistances to
ya la madre,
decrease.
para mí a fuego.
Okay, so it seems like Chevrus could really
Ahora voy
shine
a verificar
Overload
para ver
Team
qué
Comp.
tipo
But
de
I
daño
also
se
did
hace
notice that
cargado,
Chevrus
que-
isn't solely limited to a musket. She also uses a pole arm in combat. Okay, honestly, if I were
Usó
a
el lanza.
criminal, I feel like I'd be pretty nervous if she came after me.
Oh, for sure. Most people who have something to hide avoid her like their lives depend on it.
Voy a ahorrar
And
por ella.
maybe
Me
it
encanta.
does. In all seriousness, though, that's why Chevrus trains so hard. She has to be able to catch a wide variety of cunning criminals who try to evade her at all
Interdiction
costs.
fire.
So when Chevrus is in your party, stamina consumption from sprinting is decreased.
Oh, I love that.
These two new characters are great. Both of them would be great leads
Ey,
in our
tapite la
commercial.
carabina.
No, it's so hard to choose.
I know. And I
Mosquete
will make this even
Carina.
harder for you.
Oh no.
We're about to take a look at what event wishes that travelers
Navia.
can look forward to in version 4.3. The candidate pool for the lead role of our commercial is about to get even bigger.
Oh my In the first half of version 4.3, travelers can look
Navia!
forward to event wishes for Navia and
camisa
Ayaka. A new
Oh,
5-star
voy a
claymore,
tirar-
Verdict,
Oh,
will also be
herm-
featured in the weapon event
hermosa.
wish.
In the
Pues,
second
lamentablemente no
half
me
of
tiro por
version
ella.
4.3, we'll have returning
Raiden
event
con-
wishes from the Raiden Shogun
madre.
and Yoimiya.
Ah,
During
no,
this
eres
time,
4 estrellas.
Chevrus will also receive a huge
Voy a
drop
sacar
rate
la
boost.
segunda de Raiden
Be
por
sure to
mentira.
check
Voy
them
por
out if
ahí.
you're interested.
That's awesome. Travelers can also look forward to two new artifact sets
Chévere,
in version
de cuatro
4.3.
estrellas, no.
Songs of Days Past and Nighttime
Oh, no
Whispers in the
artefactos.
Echoing Woods. Be sure
Ah,
to keep an eye on
papá,
future
ahorrar
announcements to
a la
learn more
madre.
about them.
This seems like the perfect time
Me
for our
había gastado
first break.
la-
We've
la-
shared a ton of information
resina.
so far, and I bet travelers could use
Bueno.
some time to digest it all.
Ahorrar la-
You're
la-
right. For sure.
Definitely.
Está muy
Let's
buena
take a
la-
break
la-
while we
lo-
take a look at the second group of redemption
Qué lindo.
codes. The version 4.3 special program is brought to you by Chioria Boutique and will return shortly.
Ah, nuevo código VRQ. Vale, vale. VRQ C4MC T4PZ. Listo. Copiamos. Listo, ahora la pongo aquí para ponerlo aquí. Ahora lo reparto a mis amigos. Bueno, hay 118.000 personas ahí al pendiente. Espérate, el primer. Ah, espérate, pero no había que. ¿Eso qué era? Mandoble, ¿ah? Navia. Personaje no mandoble puede servir para. Porque, o sea, yo quiero ir también por la yaca. La yaca creo que da daño crítico.
Welcome back, everyone. So, we've thoroughly discussed our casting options for
Oh,
the Chioria
una nueva
Boutique
espada
commercial.
Ultimate Overclock
But
Mega
the
Magic
content of the
Sword
commercial is also
Claymore.
important, right?
Una
Do
Claymore.
you have any ideas?
Vale, super duper
If we're making
invincible.
a commercial for Chioria Boutique,
Scenic
then how
Speckle
about
Magic
we
Crystal.
include some
Invierno.
event footage of Chiori?
Yay!
Chiori is actually going to appear in the event for version 4.3.
What? Well, the travelers
ver.
have been able to see her store in the court of Fontaine.
Oh my God.
We'll finally get to meet her in
Cuidado con
person.
Ayaka, Ayaka tiene pistola.
Yes, I know. Travelers
Es una
can
yandere.
also look forward to meeting Ayaka and Ayato in
¿En serio
Fontaine.
esa
Chiori
es
suggested
Clorinde?
that they should
La que
stop
está ahí atrás,
by, so
parece que sí.
here they are. So
Por la
cool.
física,
Hey, this is
pero
actually the
no veo las
perfect
tetas
time for
porque
a word
tiene.
from our
Bueno,
sponsor.
pues, él está por aquí.
An Inazuma-born fashion
Paimon
icon,
tiene un-
Chiori! Chioria Boutique is your one-stop shop for the latest and most influential fashion in Fontaine.
Furina.
That is right. Chiori is acquainted with the Kamisato siblings
Furina.
because she's also from
Es una
Inazuma.
furina.
She actually introduced Sayaka and Ayato to Xavier and recommended that they make the trip to Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film Festival.
So exciting! Will you tell us more about the Fontanalia Film Festival?
Oh, the Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights. According to the myths, they went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
It's one of the most important festivals in Fontaine, like what the Windbloom Festival is to Mondstadt and Lantern Rite is to Liyue.
Ah, so exciting!
The Fontaine Film Association proposed the Fontanalia Film Festival
Es
earlier this year.
Timber,
And
no sé qué
during
diga.
this time, the
Reporta
public may submit films for evaluation.
Fontaine,
The entry
sobre
with the
Fontaine,
highest
y
score
tiene
will be given the
la
Farina
valorización,
Award by the
la
association.
Well, we can see Farina
Paimo,
working with Ayaka and the others
sugestión,
here.
¿cómo se dice?
So wait,
Sugestionar.
does this mean that there's a chance that
¿Cómo se
Farina
dice
might win
sugestionar?
the Farina
Dar
Award? Okay,
validación,
now I'm intrigued.
muestra,
Well,
no,
I'm
¿cómo
sorry,
se
but
dice
I'm
en
gonna have
inglés?
to leave you in suspense. If travelers
Sugerencia,
are
sí.
curious about what Ayaka
Sugieren
and the others are doing in Fontaine
que vayan
or how
al
Farina
Festival Bingo,
fared, you'll just have to
donde
play the event when the new version
tienen
becomes available.
de counter, no sé qué
So
counter.
we know that
Cambiar
several
counter.
friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine
O
for the
un
Fontanalia
cierta
Film Festival. But travelers have
adquisición
so much more to be
del
excited about.
purchase rights.
Travelers will also have
Rice
the
acá
opportunity to
significa
participate in a
arroz.
variety of activity
On this
booths
wonderful
during the
experience.
festival. Each one will have a different theme.
Para una magnífica experiencia.
So cool. The first activity booth
Okay.
is the 1,000 Pace Interdiction Arc Minute Sharpshooting Zone.
Vale.
In this activity,
Son un
travelers will use
escenario.
the Special
Qué
Security
lindo.
and Surveillance Patrol simulation device to practice targeting and
¡Ey,
shooting
qué
opponents.
guay!
Yep. The Special Patrol wanted the public to experience how fun target practice can be.
And the second activity booth is called Trick Shots.
Ey,
Tricky
estaría
Lights.
frente a un evento así,
In
pero,
this
o
activity,
sea,
travelers will
desde
use the
muy
studio's
lejos, como si
special
fuera
lighting effects to
francotirador.
film a
Que
fight
está
scene.
súper guay, es igual.
Take advantage of the buffs
Joder.
brought about by the special lighting effects to defeat an endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher
Ah,
score.
wow.
So cool. Those special lighting effects are really giving off old movie vibes. Navia's movements are also super smooth. It's all so atmospheric.
Oh, for sure. But not everyone is enjoying the fun and games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Look at how the traveler chases after those stabilization mecha balls. Okay, I bet that contract employee can relate since she's being chased down by that client.
Totally.
Stabilization mecha balls seem pretty ordinary, but they're actually very agile. They'll automatically avoid all testers by moving in the opposite direction of your movement.
Es una...
You can find jump boosters around the testing grounds. Travelers can use them to jump higher and further, which is perfect for quickly traversing to the other side of a stabilization mecha ball. Travelers in co-op matches will have to find a way to herd as many stabilization mecha balls into their target area as possible within the time limit. The
Mira,
more
lo que
mecha
se-
balls
se-
that end up in your area, the more
¿cómo es?
points you'll earn.
Por vencido.
The fourth activity booth is called Into the Frame. In this activity,
Filmación.
travelers will get to shoot their own scenes by experimenting with different
Estaría
camera
pretty,
positions
o sea,
and
que
narration
algún-
techniques.
que los
Cool,
cocineros
we
tienen
get to make a
animación.
movie. That's awesome.
Poder
Travelers
interactuar
might
con el
remember
piso,
helping
o sea,
out
acostarse en el
Xavier with
piso,
some filmmaking back in
o
Inazuma, but this
sentarse,
seems more professional.
ponerse una foto,
Wait,
que es un poco-
maybe this can be the inspiration for our commercial.
Mira eso.
Oh.
Now that I think about it, a Fontanian man went to Inazuma to shoot a film. I guess international travel can
Filmación,
be a source
actriz,
of artistic
filmación
inspiration.
escena 2.
That must have also been true in
Making.
Chiori's case, since she opened
Making.
Chioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong
Vamos a ir.
theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only Inazumans traveling abroad in version
Already
4.3. Kuki Shinobu just arrived in Liyue for her class reunion.
Yeah, and Ito decided to tag along as the boss of the Arataki
Uy, no,
gang.
el Araquito.
And
Evento.
he brought his Onikabuto with him. I think he plans to train his beetles for battle.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Arataki Blazing Armor
Tu
Beetle
dieta, dice,
Battle
tu
Boot
dieta.
Camp. That name is definitely very Ito.
Fue movida
sure. And
recientemente,
there was
algo así.
also a beetle battle
Y
event in
Paimon,
version 3.4,
está
right?
buscando
Ito battled
especias,
against a super
de la vida
powerful beetle
japonesa.
battler. I believe his name was Grandmaster Hanakado.
Yep. Grandmaster
Or
Hanakado
Raimi
made an
restaurant
impressive
solo.
showing during the last
He
beetle
met
battle
several
event.
of
This time,
several
he's made
of
the trip to
the
Liyue with
amigos.
Ito. It seems like the two of them have met a mysterious new beetle battle master.
What? Who is it? Tell us.
Tell us.
I'm sorry. I can't give that away. Travelers will have to discover their identity during the event. Aside from meeting this mysterious new beetle battle master, travelers can also look forward to new ways to battle. While the movement and charge mechanics remain unchanged from the original event, travelers can now also instruct Onikabuto to use Guard to defend against Electro Bullet and Jet Stream attacks. Make use of the movement, charge, and Guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter what they throw at you. Master them, and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the strong.
Tenía pinta que si fuera online. Sería la hostia.
Travelers can look forward to encountering an old friend in the Fontanian countryside. That's right, Ullman came to Fontaine and he brought his treasure map and treasure-seeking Sealy along with him.
Yay! Our mini Sealy friend is back!
It's so cute! Travelers can help restore the Sealy's vitality by absorbing energy from the locations that are marked on Ullman's treasure map. In return, the Sealy will guide us to the locations of buried treasure. After collecting ancient iron coins during this event, you can exchange them for various rewards, including a mini Sealy in your preferred color.
Ooh. Okay, so in the event preview, it looked like some of the treasures located underwater, but when I first arrived in Fontaine, I discovered that Sealy couldn't follow me underwater. Is this treasure-seeking Sealy different?
That is very observant of you.
Thank you.
In this iteration of the Lost Riches event, a new mini Sealy named Brilliance will be available. This new mini Sealy can travel underwater.
Amazing!
Treasure isn't the only thing that you'll discover in Fontaine's countryside. You might also come across a mysterious domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches for the meaning of battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will get the chance to participate in combat challenges. Each challenge stage will contain 2 rounds. Travelers must select their party compositions before the challenge starts. One of your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but no other character can be repeated.
Oh, okay.
After you complete a Blade Dance objective during a challenge, you will obtain a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
And another old friend is returning in version 4.3. That's right, it's Lieben!
Oh, vino papi! Papi
If
Lieben!
Lieben is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade a bunch of items for Primo Gems again.
Ooh, exciting!
Papi Lieben.
Okay, so it looks like Lieben isn't the only old friend we'll be reunited with in version 4.3.
Es el mejor
Several familiar
porque
faces will be joining the
los
Genius
materiales
Invocation TCG. After
Vamos a
this
decir, los
update,
materiales o,
travelers will
bueno,
have the
que no
opportunity to
necesitan los
challenge
bajos
characters
intercambios allí.
around Fontaine.
Ooh.
A new
Ese- oh,
Fontaine
vino
themed table
Signora.
customization will also be available.
Y con Divalin, qué
I'm so
guay.
excited to see players challenge some Melazines.
I know, so exciting. Travelers can look forward to the addition of several new cards, including 6 new character cards, plus 5 new monster cards, such as Svalin, Signora, and Ajdaha, will be obtainable from the corresponding tavern challenges.
Bebé.
But that's not all. The Forge Realms Temper event will also be making a reappearance, and there will be an update to the heated battle mode. Be on the lookout for future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well. The Genius Invocation TCG Asia Invitational will officially begin in January 2024. Travelers can look forward to some friendly competition between 16 of the top TCG players all across Asia. I heard they're some of the best in the region. So cool. Be sure to follow the Astro Carnival X or Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news about this epic showdown.
Oh my gosh, this is all so exciting!
Well, hang on to that feeling, because we're taking a short break to look at the next group of redemption codes. We'll be back to sharing more exciting information about version 4.3 in just a moment.
Yay!
Sí, no, creo que vi eso, ¿no? Código. ¿Será mi oportunidad de obtener a Yaka? Parece que sí. Me quedé pensando en otra vaina. se las cambio y se las envío a mi otro amigo. Es una versión un poco ligera, porque no hay vaina de misión directa. O sea, historia...
Welcome back, travelers! We've introduced a lot of content,
Una misión
and we've
de
gotten a ton of
de
inspiration for our
luego de
commercial.
la
Honestly,
tragedia de...
our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
But before we reveal our new idea, let's dive into the system optimizations that the project team has prepared for version
Optimización de
4.3.
artefacto,
Okay.
optimización
First, we
de
have some artifact-related
captura,
optimizations to introduce. With an
optimización,
ever-increasing amount of
optimización
artifact sets to
de
choose
flow.
from, many travelers may have
Y
been
un
hoping
clic
for a better
expedición.
and quicker way to filter
Ah, sí,
and
la
locate
expedición
desired
me da
artifacts.
yo eso
After the
lo-
version 4.3 update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character to see what artifact
¿Cómo?
sets active players
Recomendación.
have been choosing for that
No
character
entiendo.
recently.
That's cool.
In addition, an automatic locking function has been added. Now, when filtering artifacts in your inventory, you can lock the artifacts that fit your filter specifications in batches. With the automatic locking function, newly acquired artifacts that fit your locking criteria will automatically be locked
Sí, pero
and
lo
added to
tengo
your
mucho porque
inventory.
yo tengo,
Oh,
yo tengo,
that's
yo tengo lo justo.
Travelers can have up to 2 preset auto-lock
Poquito, pero lo
plans for
justo.
each artifact set. Travelers can choose their own or
Ambos.
follow the
Es más,
recommended
ayer
settings
empecé a
summarized for
dar
active player
fragmentos
data.
de un
Since
set.
it may take some time to collect the necessary
bueno, fue
statistics,
en
new
Honkai y me
artifact
salió
sets will
fatal.
not feature recommended locking settings immediately.
Okay.
Yes. Of course, if you can lock artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well. Travelers can look forward to both of those features in the new update. That's not all though.
What?
Travelers will be able to sort artifacts by 3 different attributes.
Le doy un
Plus,
15 por
the artifact
6,
enhancement
artefacto.
screen will allow
¿No?
travelers to add a greater amount of enhancement materials at once.
10 por 6.
An enhancement limit feature will also be available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also quicker to level. Be on the lookout for future
No, es que
announcements
esta
to
vaina es
learn
una
more.
tontería
The
también
project
porque,
team
o sea,
is always
bueno, en
working
mi
hard to
caso,
address your
porque
survey feedback.
si cuando yo
So,
voy
travelers should
a
look
subir un
forward to
artefacto,
further
el problema es que en
artifact-related
el juego no
optimizations in
hay,
future version updates.
no hay para subir
Improvements to equipping artifacts and other artifact-related optimizations are
casi una
all in the
semana
works.
puedes subir un artefacto en nivel
In
20.
addition, the project
Pues
team
tienes
has
una
made
vaina
adjustments to
que, o
provide
sea,
smoother ascension and
no voy a
enhancement
usar.
experiences for travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or
Porque la
enhance a
resina va
weapon,
por otra vaina.
you no longer have to click so many
Materiales
pop-up
personajes
windows.
o de-
That's
o de vaina
awesome.
de armas
As a
o
new
materiales
player
de
using a
ascensión.
few 1 and 2 star
Si yo hacía
materials
otro
to
artefacto,
level
o sea,
artifacts,
yo
the whole
prácticamente tengo
process
como
might feel a
unos, o
bit
sea,
slow,
semanalmente
especially with
tengo
pop-up
unos-
windows appearing.
Totally.
Unos 20,
This
30
new
por año,
optimization
no sirve para-
significantly reduces the amount of pop-up windows that we have to click.
Ascensión
So travelers
directa
can
a
look
nivel
forward to a
5.
much smoother
Wow.
enhancement and leveling process. The next optimization has made it easier to repeat
Recuerdo
domain challenges.
Honkai
Previously, travelers who tried to continue domain challenges would be sent to the entrance of the domain. This meant they would have to run all the way to the center to start
Bueno,
the challenge.
eso es una
But
tontería, la
after this
verdad, no,
update,
eso-
travelers who choose to continue in
Y
a
aquí
domain challenge will
consigue,
load right next to the
consigue
area where you
armas
actually
53
start fighting,
consecutivamente y
which is
después va
amazing.
sumando poco a poco.
So happy farming,
O sea,
everyone!
no me-
This
O sea,
should make
para
it way
ustedes
easier
estaría
for
bien, pero
players
es
to
que-
farm artifacts for Navia.
Oh, yeah,
True, true.
definitely. In addition, version 4.3 has made it easier to clear your quest backlog. Archon Quest Chapter 2 Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place in the underground mines of the chasm. In the past, travelers had to complete the world quests, Chasm Spelunkers, and the Heavenly Stones debris before being able to proceed to the Archon Quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests. Instead, travelers can speak directly to the miner who issued the commission to unlock a teleport waypoint.
Oh.
It will take them to the corresponding
¡Oh,
area
nueva área!
and
¿Pero
automatically
este de
trigger
qué?
the
¿De
next
minar
steps
o
of the
qué?
Archon Quest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
¡Nu
This
mapa!
will hopefully make
Debajo de
it
las
easier for
minas,
travelers
lo
to
dije.
quickly progress through Archon quests.
So cool. So that'll make it
Puede ser
significantly
misión
easier
de-
for new or lapsed players to access the Archon
O
quest and
regresamos
claim those
a-
sweet intertwined fates as fast as
A la
possible.
mina subterránea.
Yes, definitely.
For sure.
Also, one-click expeditions will be available starting in version 4.3. This
Oh,
will allow travelers
climb
to
directo,
claim expedition
climb
rewards
directo.
and
Bueno,
repeat
repito,
expeditions
climb
with a single
directo.
click. Travelers will also be able to claim processed ingredients and forged items with a
Okay.
single click.
Oh, sweet.
¡Oh, por fin
It's
también
gonna
climb
make it easier to
directo!
collect rewards
Climb
from Catherine.
directo!
Definitely. There's also a ton of other
Climb
quality of life
directo!
improvements in this update.
¡Bien!
For example, optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the
Bueno,
Adventure Handbook,
eso
and
sí,
character
ahora
selection
sí es
logic during
interesante.
crafting and forging. In addition, when performing
clic,
mystic
un clic.
offerings, travelers will now be able to add artifacts in
Pero
batches.
es un clic directo
There's
y
a
ponerlo una
lot
vez,
to
¿verdad?
look forward
O
to,
un clic
so
directo
be sure to
y
check future
simplemente tienes que
announcements
volver a
for more
ponerlo cada uno.
information. Okay, moving on from optimizations, a new Fontaine-style realm layout will be
Vale.
added to the Serenity Pot. Simply purchase the corresponding items from Tubby to unlock it.
¡Oh,
Like an
sí!
aquarium.
I know, right?
Pues poner...
Travelers can use
Ah, yo
ocean
pensaba que...
currents to travel
sí.
between the
Ah,
islands
no,
in
no,
this
ese es
layout.
un... Ah, yo...
Some
Sí,
islands
que
even
ponías
have
el agua
ponds
encima
that
de todas las
travelers
casas
can
o
use
algo
to
así.
keep
Wow.
fish.
It looks like a cool underwater
Pero
kingdom.
wow,
It's just
ese es
so
una nueva...
pretty.
Un nuevo...
Yeah.
Un nuevo
And they'll be
apartado...
even prettier once
¿cómo
travelers
decirlo?
have the chance
Una
to make
nueva
them their own.
escena.
I'm so
Joder.
excited to see what everyone's gonna
Creo
come
yo,
up with.
no sé.
Especially my friend's teapots.
Me imagino que solamente se puede poner un
You just
determinado
want
de...
to copy their designs, don't you?
I don't know.
Pero lo que tiene que arreglar en Genshin
I
es
knew
como
it.
yo lo
I
tengo
have another
mencionado.
piece of super
Que
exciting
cuando yo
news to
creo
share with
crear
everyone. Okay, I know,
algún
right?
conjunto
The annual
de
Genshin
alguna,
Impact
no
online
sé,
concert,
un
Melodies
cosa
of an Endless Journey, is coming
para que me
soon.
digas,
Yay!
me cuesta,
I
porque, o sea,
heard
yo
this
tengo
year's
que
concert is going to celebrate
ejemplo,
Genshin's
casa
classic
rodante,
melodies in an
tengo que ir a
entirely
la, o
new
sea,
way.
poner
Let's
una
take a sneak
foto
peek at some of the
o si
amazing
no
moments that this
recordar
concert has in store.
la pieza, ir a comprarla, hacer así para buscar la foto, el artículo, que hay, por decirlo, hay más de 1000 artículos allí, hacerlo, esperar, ya un clic con el cosito que tú compras allí, todo normal. Después de hacer eso, para crearlo necesitas ir a buscarlo para forjarlo, y después de forjarlo es más fácil. Y aparte lo tienes que ir a buscar donde, ¿cómo decirlo? ¿Dónde está? Pues, ¿en qué sección está? Aunque se conoce, pero es que es un poco... ¡Oh! Anime Genshin. No, oh. Mi corazón fue un poco... Se emocionó mucho. Como decía, ese es el problema de Genshin.
The 2023 Genshin concert held in Shanghai last September
Cuesta
will also be
buscarlo,
online
cuesta
soon,
volver a
so
buscar
stay
y
tuned,
cuesta
travelers.
algo.
Whoa, so we have two online
ponerlo ya en
concerts
el
to look
coso.
forward to?
En vez, o sea,
Further
ya se
details will be
mencioné
announced
Genshin. Mira,
across
pon
Genshin Impact's
o sea,
official social media
donde voy
accounts, so
al
be on the
vaina,
lookout for more information. At the end of
me
version
pones la escena
4.3,
o
travelers
busco
can
la pieza
also
y
look
la voy
forward to the
creando
release of the
directamente, o sea,
fourth Genshin
puedo ir
Impact character
directamente
OST
comprándola
album,
como,
Stellar Moments
forjándola.
Volume 4.
God, así
The
God.
album will feature 26 character songs created by the Hoyo Mix team.
Y
Wait,
tener más
we're
o menos un
finally
registro
getting
de
I'll
lo
Hate
que
Them
he
and
creado
Wonders
a mano derecha.
OSTs.
Yep, and
O
Farina's
una
song
marca
too.
que
Her
indique
song All the
las
World the
cosas que
Stage has
dónde están
already
y
been
poder
getting a
poner
ton of
directamente.
love.
Ese sería la
Ah,
hostia ahí,
that's
ahorraría
awesome.
mucho tiempo. Tengo muchas cosas ahí. Obviamente aumentar el límite de objetos que puedes poner en un área. Volumen 4 Estelar.
Okay, well, that's all the new information we have to share about the
Acabó.
update. So, I guess that means it's time for
Dan
the version
algo
4.3
sobre la-
special
una
program to
misión.
come to a
Por
close.
favor, ya toca la misión
But we
super
haven't even come up with a plan for a Chiorio Boutique commercial.
Actually, we've already finished shooting it.
You're right. The special program was a
De
pretty
Dance
good
Lane,
commercial.
o puede ser
I'm
siguiente.
certainly not going to forget
lo-
the name
mira, por
Chioria
lo que estoy
Boutique after
viendo,
this.
Oh my gosh, we really did cover a lot of important information today.
For sure. The most important part is our final word from our sponsor,
Chioria
Chioria Boutique.
I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to
Era más
let
o
everyone
menos
know that I'm so excited to be a
después de
part
todo
of
lo
Genshin
que
Impact,
pasó,
and I
después
cannot wait
de-
for all
así
of you
como
to meet
sepa.
Shavras.
Totally.
Otra adquisición
I
después.
feel exactly the same.
O sea que ya
Can't
toca
wait to
porque
see
tomando
more
en cuenta
Navia
el-
and her fighting action.
el personaje de
And
Sergio.
also, can't
La
wait for little
continuidad
swimming
de las
sealies.
escenas que son cartitas que han puesto allá
So
en los escenarios.
cute.
Ya
And I think
toca
the new
Dance
mini
Lane.
games are
Que
really
es,
fun,
que es una
especially
carta
when we get to
blanca,
make
o sea,
like a
una
little
carta
movie.
blanca.
Yes.
Mira, o sale ahorita
Well,
o sale en la
I'm just
siguiente
so
versión.
glad that the three of us have been able to do this special program together. This has been so
Oh,
much
me
fun.
too. Really fun,
And
yeah.
that's all we
Ya ves.
have for the version 4.3 special
Si sale
program.
ahorita o
I
sale
hope that
después va a
everyone's
estar muy
looking
lejos
forward to
para llegar a
experiencing all
Natla.
this exciting new
Porque
content for themselves.
sería 1, 2,
Be
3
sure to check it
capítulos
out when
todavía. O
the
sea, 3
update goes
exposiciones
live.
más o 4 exposiciones más para
Okay,
después
bye.
ir a
Alright, bye guys. See you later.
¡No! Ah, no, sí, pero generalmente dan algo al final. ¡Oh! ¡Hermoso Songli! Bueno, ojalá que tenga eso. O sea, que lo quiero es Full HD. San Sin Chihuahua Mission. No den nada al final. No. Por favor, den algo, por favor. O se acabó, creo que sí, ¿ah? Estar pendiente que generalmente siempre al final ponen algo. No pusieron nada. Joder. Bueno, gracias por ver. Esa fue la mera actualización de la 4.3. Obviamente que ya venía así. Bueno, para la siguiente me imagino que va a salir la historia de Denslet. Voy a tirar por Navia, será. No sé. Wow, voy a seguir. Además, voy a estar la protección tirando en el arma, ya que está allí. Porque los personajes que vienen. Quiero a Navia, quiero a esto. Pero no me van a salir, así que no tengo ni nada ni para sacarlo. Así que. Debo tenerme lo que tengo. He esperado mucho a Yaka, así que voy a tirar por siguiente por el arma ahorita. Y cuando venga el vaina de Yaka, le tiro. Pero primero voy a tirar por Navia. Si me toca Navia, tiro por. Obviamente voy a tirar por los dos, pero. Bueno, gracias por ver. Adiós.